can see Prime Minister Narendra Modi arriving in Washington, D.C. to officially kickstart his state visit to the United States. There you can see the Prime Minister walking down as he steps, enters Washington, D.C. My colleague Maha Siddiqui joining us from the United States currently. And Maha, we are seeing the Prime Minister has reached Washington, D.C. So what all can we expect over the next couple of days? And why will these 2 days be important for both India and the United States?
Priyanshi, the Prime Minister has landed at the joint Andrews base where he will be received by a large number, or rather he has been received by a large number of diaspora who are planning to be there. In fact, he landed at around 10:25 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Those pictures are just about coming in now. Meanwhile, his next 2 days are going to be pretty packed because this is a state visit. So, apart from the Guard of Honor, there will be a bilateral meeting with President Joe Biden, after which we are expecting some big ticket announcements in the defense and technology sector. As far as defense is concerned, the joint production of GE jet engines, which HAL will use in its light combat aircraft, the latest version, as well as buying of drones. Those are the two big announcements one is expecting. In the tech sector, we should expect something in the semiconductors area because of the fact that the two sides under ISET, under the Initiative for Critical and Emerging Technology, have already taken an initiative on semiconductors. And it does appear that there could be some deal around Micron that could be announced as far as manufacturing is concerned of semiconductors in India. So those are the big ticket announcements we are looking at the moment. Apart from that, if you take a look at the other engagements, this second address of Prime Minister Modi to the joint U.S. Congress, that will happen again on the 22nd of June in the afternoon. And in the evening, there's a state dinner. The state dinner will have about 250 guests as of now, as we know. And it will have a sizable number of Indian Americans also, some who made contributions to the American society, well-known Indian Americans will be present at that dinner as well. This 21st evening here in Washington, D.C., which will be overnight in India, there is going to be an intimate family dinner that the Bidens will be throwing for Prime Minister Modi. This will start at around 6:30 p.m. Here in Washington, D.C. And on the 23rd, that is the final day for the diaspora as well as the young entrepreneurs who he will be addressing. So, yes, a pretty packed schedule. A lot of takeaways expected, a forging of closer ties between India and US. Many believe that it's largely because of the common threat of China. And as the US has very clearly pointed out, and John Kirby, in his US official John Kirby, in his press briefing said that from the US side, they are going to raise the issue of Ukraine war, rather discuss, not raise. Discuss this issue. He said it is but natural that it will come up for discussion. So on that, sources had already pointed out that India has had a pretty standard response to whenever this issue is raised, that the Prime Minister has already told Vladimir Putin, the Russian president himself, that this is not the era of war. So that is how they will explain their stand as far as the Ukraine war is concerned.